All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and get started here. Thank you for attending today's webinar and watching the replay. If you are doing so, my name is Brooks Burnett, owner of Remodel Reach Marketing. Today, I'm very excited for our topic, which is all about reviews for home remodeling contractors. So reviews is one of those things that I get a lot of questions over from remodeling contractors, and it's an easy topic, but there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of different pieces to the actual you know the process of generating reviews and what to do with them. What about negative reviews and all of those different things? So we are going to jump right in and get started. So I'm going to leave it open here, like you see, because I'm going to be hopping back and forth between different tabs. So, I apologize for any crudeness if that's what it appears to be here. So first off, let's start off with just a quick table of contents here. And so we're going to talk about why they're important. Why are online reviews, but we're primarily going to be focusing on Google reviews. Why are they so important? Then we're going to talk about the methods to generate those reviews. We're going to talk about why or what to do with them once you have them, how to display them, and then we're going to talk about negative reviews because that's one of the most asked questions that I get when it comes to reviews is what do I do about negative reviews? So before we get into it, we have to understand that reviews are more than just a simple testimonial. Okay, they're more than just a 5 stars that someone leaves on your business, on your Google business profile, on your Yelp page, on your Better Business Bureau page, whatever it may be. It's more than that. They're authority builders, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what testimonials are. They are, hey, trust me because other people trust me. You should trust me because other people trust me. Okay, you should hire us for your kitchen job, for your bathroom, for your basement, whatever it may be, because these other people who have hired us, they say this. They say we're awesome. They say we're great. So when you look at a review as more than just, a simple online, method of getting feedback, you start to get that idea that they are important and they are very important. And we're going to talk a little bit more, go into detail on why they're important. So here, let me get this adjusted here. So reviews are an absolute necessity. Okay. So why? Well, so they're quick, they're easy to access, they're a trustworthy. Everyone knows about Google testimonials and Google reviews, right? And people trust them. And so they are easy to access. They're right there on Google for people to see immediately. They don't have to go to your website. They don't have to watch a testimonial video. They're right there, right at square one, because most people, whenever they come to Google looking for a local business, they don't really know anything about you, but they see those reviews and they see how many reviews you have. They see the number of stars you have and all of those different things. So they're easy to access. They're quick, right? And so they help extremely greatly. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but they help a tremendous amount with your SEO rankings, especially when it comes to Google Maps. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. But they showcase your character, your professionalism, and you can respond to them. Okay. You can reply to them, which most people know, but no, most people don't take advantage of that and they don't reply. So we're going to talk about all of this here in this training here. So why Google? Why focus on Google reviews and why are we focusing on it for these or for this webinar? And the reason is because Google, you can take these strategies and apply them to Yelp, to Facebook, to Angie's List, to whatever Better Business Bureau, whatever other means of review generation you want. But we're going to focus on Google because it's easier just to focus in on one platform. But on top of that, you know, your Google reviews again are in direct effect of your rankings. Okay, so when you get more reviews, that improves your rankings on Google. So it's killing two birds with one stone. Okay, it's there's multiple uses more than just one singular use on Google for those reviews. So your Google reviews need to be your priority. Okay, they need to be the number one avenue that you're getting reviews from. And as most likely if you're watching this, you've struggled with getting reviews before. And so, you know, focusing on one platform is going to be key. Okay, because most people don't want to take the time to leave a review anyway. And so if you're asking them to leave a review on multiple platforms, they're probably not going to do it. So Google is going to be the number one area that you need to focus on. All right. So what is Google's purpose? So what is their job? What is their goal? What are they trying to do? Well, believe it or not, you are not their priority as the business. The searchers are their priority. People who are searching for whatever it is people search for on Google, that's their number one priority. They want to provide the best possible results for their searchers. Okay, so for example, if someone searches remodeling contractor Atlanta or whatever city someone types in, and they get a result for a business that has been closed for 10 years, for the past 10 years. They closed in 2014. And they keep getting businesses that either aren't in the location or they are closed or they don't serve, they're a home builder rather than a kitchen remodeler, and they don't provide that service, or they're a painter and they don't do full remodels, and they're providing bad search results. People aren't going to go to Google, right? People are going to go to a different platform. They're going to go to a different search engine. And so Google doesn't want that. So they use reviews. One of their tools that they use is reviews to gauge whether someone is ranking or should rank high or low. All right. And so Google reviews allow Google, it's one of the tools that Google uses to determine what the best search results are. Okay. And so they want to see that your business is getting consistent reviews. Okay. Uh, they want to see that you're getting one review a month, two reviews a month, three reviews a month, however many it may be. It's a consistent amount of reviews. Okay. So you have to have some kind of system to be getting those reviews. All right. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. So they don't necessarily want to see a huge influx of reviews, okay? So it's better than nothing, but they prefer to see businesses that are getting reviews on a consistent basis, all right? And so consistent reviews allows Google to see that your business is actively fulfilling the services that you advertise for or that you say that you do. So if a business says that they do kitchen and bathroom remodeling, design and remodeling, how do they know? How do they trust that business? Well, they look at the reviews. They look at businesses who are constantly getting reviews of people saying, hey, they did a great job on our kitchen. They did a great job on our bathroom. And so that is one thing that Google looks to in order to rank your business and rank other businesses. Okay, so I hope I made that clear. Now let's get into it. Let's get into how we can let's get into how we can get more reviews. So, when do you ask? When do you ask? Well, obviously you're going to ask after the job is done, right? So we're just focusing on remodeling here. We're not talking about any other industry. So you're going to ask after the job is done, after the job is completed. And so how do you ask? You're going to ask in person, okay? And asking in person is way, way better, and you're going to have you're going to have a lot more of a response asking someone in person than asking someone, just sending a quick email. Okay. The emails, they work fine, but at the end of the day, asking in person is going to be far superior. Okay. So, how can you do that? What are some tools that we have at our disposal to increase the reviews or increase the likelihood that people will do them? All right. So, for example, right here we have a system that I came up with. I'm sure I'm not the first one to come up with this, but I came up with this for our clients, and this is called a review card. Okay, and so what this is, I don't have a review card unfortunately, but I've got my card, and so it's a business card essentially. And so what you do though is you have a QR code that is a direct link, not to your profile, but to the review itself. Okay, so I'll show you here in a second how to find that. But the idea is that at the end of the job, you give this to the person, to the prospect, to the client, right? You give this to him and say, "Hey, leave us a review, scan this QR code and leave us a review." And so one, you're asking them in person. Two, you're giving them something tangible that they can then take and have, and it looks professional. Obviously you brand it to your brand and to your business, but it's easy. Okay, so let me show you very quickly how to find your direct link here. And so you're going to go to google.com, then you're going to go to, you make sure you're signed into the correct account. Then you're going to click on the box of dots here, and it will bring you to your business profile. And it should open up a profile here. Excuse me one second. Got a angry child who just woke up here. Okay, so it should bring you to a page that looks similar to this. And so what you do is you come to your reviews here, should say read reviews, and then there's a button that says get more reviews. And so then right here is where you can copy the link to your Google review page. And this will not take someone to your page where they have to then look for the review button. This will take them directly to the page where they can leave a review. Okay, so you can copy this and then add this into a QR code or add this into an email, to a text message. And so that way you can start getting more reviews. And so again, this is only for Google. Now, Facebook, Yelp, all of the other um, platforms, they have their own method of doing that, of giving you the reviews, but we're talking about Google here, right? And so that's how you find that, and that is the point, and that is the objective of the review card. Okay, and so this is just one way to do it. All right, another way that you can do it is you can take a QR code and put it with your final paperwork. Okay, you can add it to your final paperwork that you give to your customers when you're doing your final walkthrough or when a job is complete, right? And so there's multiple ways of doing it, but you're asking them in person and giving them something physical in order to get that review, okay? And so at the end of the day, we're trying to make it easy for them to give us a review. We're not just saying, "Hey, go leave us a review." Where, when, how. We're giving them the tools that they need to take that action that we want them to. So we want them to leave a review. How do they do that? Here's tools. Here's an email. Here's a review card. Here's a QR code on our final paperwork. And so we're giving them tools in order to make that happen. Okay. And so now what? You've got the review. So what do you do now? What do you do with it? How do you, what do you do with it now? Right? And so there are a few different things that you can do in order to display and use that review. So the first thing that you need to do is reply to those reviews. Okay, so on Google, Google allows you to reply to the reviews. They allow you to not just not only to get the reviews, but you can reply to them and you can write a message back to the reviewer. This is a necessity as well. Okay, so going back to what I talked about earlier with Google's purpose on, why you should get Google reviews in the first place and how it helps them to determine, what business is providing good services. It also helps show them that you are actively taking initiative in your profile, in your Google business profile. So that also helps with rankings. And so what I mean by that is whenever you get a review, I'm going to go jump back here to this client page here. You've got your reviews. Whenever you get a review, you do get a notification from Google, and you have the option there to go ahead and write a reply. And so you can do it that way, but also, well, that's not working for me. Neither is this. Come on. All right. So we've got reviews here. And so obviously, this owner has replied because they know how to do it and they know what's going on. And so, but there would be a picture or a button here that says to write a reply or reply to the review. I can't remember exactly what it says, but you have that option. And so then you can just type out your response. And so when it comes to what you need to write, there is a way to do it correctly. Don't just say thank you. Don't just, it's better than nothing. Again, it's better than nothing, but at the same time, we want to, make sure that we're doing everything to the best of our ability, right? And so write something like this, thanks for the review, name. I just put Deborah. Thank you for the review, Deborah. We really enjoyed working on your kitchen, your bathroom remodeling project, your basement finishing project, your deck project, your new patio build, whatever it is that you worked on. Make sure to include that. And we'd love to help with anything else in the future. Something like that. That's thanking them for the review, but then you're adding in keywords into your reply. So you're not just saying thanks for, leaving the review. You're adding in those keywords to, boost even more of your SEO rankings. Okay. And so you're going to thank them. You leave a unique message. Don't just copy and paste the same message, even though that might seem, like a time saver. Take the time, write out the review, and put in the keywords and try and respond to all reviews. Try and respond to all of them. Okay. If you have some in the past that you didn't reply to, go ahead and reply to them. It will show Google that you are trying to reply to those reviews. All right. So let's keep on going here. So how do we display them? What do we do with them after we have them and we've replied to them? What's the best way to show our authority? The best way is to put them on your website. And thankfully, Google does well, I don't know if it's a Google plugin, but there are different ways to add your Google reviews to your website. And so now this is something that your website developer needs to do. Okay, so send them an email, whoever's handling your website, say, "Hey, how can I show my reviews on our website?" And so then they'll be able to help you. They should know what to do. But at the end of the day, this is what we're talking about here. This is the same client's website. And so right here, we've got a scrolling type of effect here on the Google reviews. Okay, so this is a plugin and it's up to date. Okay, it's up to date reviews, or it should be, at least should be up to date. It doesn't look like it here, but it should scroll through and stay connected with your Google business profile so that when reviews come in, they get up to date. This might not be the right plugin, but that's the idea. And you're showcasing your reviews right on your website. All right. So if you want to take a more professional approach, if you don't think that this is professional looking enough, then you can just copy and paste those reviews onto your website and just pick and choose the ones that you really want to showcase and put them here on your website. But so again, they are authority builders. So reviews are authority builders. So what they're designed to do is to build your authority. They are here to, take people when they come to your website and they're seeing your great work. They're there to help people build trust in your company. Okay? So, moving right along, let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, which is negative reviews. So, what can we do about these negative reviews here? So, keep this in mind. I'll let you read this disclaimer and face the reality. So, as much as we hate negative reviews, and Google will take down some reviews, if it is a legitimate review, if it is a review that Google has found to be just an actual review, whether it's from a disgruntled um, former client or if it is a legitimate review, they will not take it down. Okay. But there are different things that we can do in response to that. Okay. So there are a few different things that we can do here. So, yes, Google can remove your review, but we'll talk about that. You can reply to the review. I recommend you do all of these things. Reply to the review. You need to relax, and then you need to bury it. Okay. So I understand that in remodeling, especially, reviews are crucial, and a negative review can be a very bad thing. But at the same time, it allows us an opportunity to handle the situation and fix the situation. Okay. And so let's go by these one by one. So remove. If it is not a legitimate review, if it's a spammer, if it's a former employee, that's a big one that happens a lot. Or if it's someone that didn't actually hire you guys, like I've seen some, sometimes in some of our former clients that had reviews that were something like, they didn't pick up the phone in time, right? And so they left a 1-star review. Or, they never got back to me on a quote. So they left a negative review. That's someone who might not be a quote unquote legitimate review, right? Because they never initiated they never went through with the service. And so they're not a legitimate review, right? And so you can make your case with Google that, hey, this review is not legitimate. Okay. And most of the time now, they will remove it. So I have heard people in the past that say, hey, we tried to get this review taken down, but Google never got back with us and it's still there. Try it again. Because Google, I've noticed that recently they are responding a lot faster to people who are inquiring about review removal a little bit more than they did in the past. Okay, so try it again. Try it again if they did not take it down the first time. All right. So now moving on to the legitimate reviews. So if it's a legitimate review, here's what we need to do. You need to reply. So just like with good reviews, you need to reply to the bad reviews. And unfortunately, as mad as you may be, you need to be professional. Okay. You need to reply asking what you can do, apologizing, and saying, what can we do to make this right? We're sorry that we didn't meet your standards. What can we do moving forward? Okay. What can we do to make this right? And so what this will do is it will show people who might read that negative review, it will show them that you are calm, that you are willing to work with them and you're willing to make the situation right. All right. And so that is what you need to do when it comes to the reply. That's all you can do. You just reply to them and say, reach out and maybe give them a call if you still have their information and try and work it out. All right. And so I'm not saying that they're going to change the review or take it down themselves, but it will just help people to see that, hey, you're a reasonable guy and you're not cussing him out. I have seen people that do that, that get angry and cuss them out. I understand about getting angry about that, but we have to stay professional because it'll show in your, other people will see that inevitably. And so you just got to stay professional. All right. So then you need to relax. Okay. I guess relax should have been the first one, but negative reviews happen and they're actually not always a bad thing. Okay. Being able to reply to a review is going to be very, very important, and it's good to do that. But also, there's actually studies that have been done where all things being equal, they show Google showed, I think Google ran this study. I don't have the exact study, but I heard about this and it's true. Uh, but Google ran a study where all things were similar about two businesses. But one business had 4.5 stars, had a 4.5-star rating, and the other business had a 5-star rating. And Google found that more people responded and interacted with the 4.5 rated business than they did the 5-star business. Why would that be? Well, because people today, we're so used to seeing reviews and we're so used to seeing, businesses that have just reviews on everything. So we get a little bit cautious whenever we see a business that has, 100 5-star reviews. We tend to see that as possibly being a little bit scammy, maybe, or, fishy, like something's going on. And so it's not bad to get a negative review. It might actually help you. If you have 5-star reviews across the board, that's great. And if you get a 3-star review, that's actually might be a good thing. You might actually start to get more engagement from the people who see your business profile. Okay. And so having negative reviews is not always a bad thing, but the last thing that you can do about it is bury it. Okay. Just be getting more good reviews that no one will ever see the negative review unless they go looking for it. Okay. And so, if you have 5 reviews, and you get a 2-star review, that's going to damage your rating, right? But if you have 50 4 and 5-star reviews and you get a 1-star review, it's not going to hurt you at all. Okay? And so, and even when you do have that, you have these other things here to go off of. Okay? And so in summary here, if it's not a legit review, you can have it removed. Try it again and then try it again. If it really bothers you, try it again and keep trying. Google will take it down, or at least they should. If it is a legitimate review, relax, reply to it. Understand that, it is almost better to have 4.5-star reviews or, within the 4 to 5-star range. It's better to have that than completely 100% 5-star reviews. People understand that people are people. People sometimes get things wrong and sometimes they get, they mess up, right? Nobody's perfect and people understand that and they want to see how you reply, how you respond, right? And so if they see that you have a negative review and they read the reply, it's going to add credibility. Okay, so that's why it's so important to relax and just reply to it. All right. And so going off that, bury it. Okay. Be sure that you're getting more reviews on a consistent basis and bury that review. Okay. And so negative reviews are not a bad thing. Okay. They can be frustrating. And if you get more than, if you get more than five or more than 10 negative reviews, then, you probably need to change something or at least be choosy. I probably should have had that in here. Be choosy with who if you have a lot of mixed mixed what's the word mixed responses from customers, then maybe you should be choosy with who you ask to leave a review. Maybe you shouldn't be asking everybody, but negative reviews are not always a bad thing. I think I beat a dead horse here. So but that is it. So let me just summarize really quick here. We talked about the negative reviews. When you get when you get done with a project, ask the person in person, ask the client while you're there in person, give them something physical, give them something that they can keep, and at least if they don't leave a review immediately. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Whenever you give them a review card, you can say, "Hey, I've got a $25 Chick-fil-A gift card, or I've got a Home Depot gift card. If you fill this out right now, I'll go get that for you." Okay? Or, you know, just give them some type of incentive to do it right then and there. If you do final paperwork and you've got a lot of things to sign, give it to them ahead of time and say, "Hey, while I'm filling this out, please leave us a review. Here's the QR code, scan it and leave it." And then while you're, going through your paperwork and signing things and getting things ready for them to sign, they've left the review already. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a lot of different ways to get the review. Once you have the review, you can post it on your website, on your social media. You can repurpose it so that way people are seeing it. And so that's what you should do. And don't worry about the negative reviews. Just do everything you can for the negative reviews. But at the end of the day, they're not a big deal. Okay. As long as you're getting a consistent flow of new reviews, you will be good to go. All right. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Brooks Burnett. I'm the owner of Remodel Reach Marketing. We do marketing only for home remodelers. Okay. We have a digital marketing strategy that is just for home remodeling contractors. All right. It's one that I developed by speaking with and working with remodelers on what exactly they need to be successful and to grow their business. And so if you want to talk a little bit more about that, talk about how we can get reviews, or just ask me any questions, then go ahead and scan the QR code here and I will get back with you. So thank you very much again for attending and watching, and I will see you guys in the next webinar. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. See you.